Zel boy army, welcome to another spicy video on the channel. EA dropped quite a bit of content for us today. We have two new SBCs today and a decent objective card. In this video in particular, I'm going to look specifically at the new Moments Rabiot that EA released. First thing I'll say is Juventus French is up there for some of the best links you can get in the game. France and Brazil are the two best nations in the game, in my opinion, to link to. Lots of amazing French options. Midfield central players, they can link to the wingers, the strikers, the centre-backs, full-backs. That's great. And obviously as well, being Juventus, you've got Alexandra, you've got Cuadrado, Kulusevski, and of course, the main one, CR7. So we've got a strong link to CR7 with this Rabiot. We've got link to French players. This Rabiot is going to be very easy to link in. Let's actually look at his card and see what we think of him. 6'4". That's pretty nice in midfield. Big unit. 3-star, 3-star. That does hurt him. 3-star, 3-star does really hurt this card. It's not essential at this point of the game for a destroyer midfielder to have 3-star, 3-star, but it does limit him to a bit more of the defensive side of things. It's a real shame. If this card was 4-star, 4-star, I'd be able to say this card is insane for the price. Like, when we look at the price, an 84 and an 85 rated squad. Let me go up on Footbin and look at what some of these 84, 85 rated squads cost, just so we can get an idea of how much the card costs right now. I mean, Footbin's not loading. Okay, there it is loading now. Guess they're busy. People checking out the new SBCs. I'm going to do a separate video on the objectives Giroud that's dropped, and I'll talk a little bit about the player of the month Sancho on there as well. I mean, while this loads, we'll just actually look at the card, I guess. It's taking a while to load on this website. It doesn't have any traits. 82 pace with better sprint speed is pretty decent for someone who's 6'4". Very good all-round shooting. If you wanted to make him more attacking, you could put a Hunter to get him to 93 pace. Not 93 pace. It would be near 93 pace, but 93 finishing, 99 shot power. His passing's more than good enough. He will be a little bit clunky. That is one issue with this card. He's not going to be the best on the ball, especially being 6'4". His defending and physical stats are really good. Honestly, for me, this Rabiot, you're probably going to want to put Shadow on him, get him to 92. You're going to want to get him to 92 pace, 94 defending roughly, because he's going to get plus 10 on quite a few. And he's already got good physicals. That is probably how you're going to want to use this card as a destroyer. I mean, Footbin's still not working for me to check the prices of 84s and 85. I think an 84, 85, we're probably looking at 150 to 200k for this card. I could be completely wrong. You guys are going to have a go at me. I always forget what the price of these cards cost. Or what each SBC costs. But if it's 150, 200k for a card with those links, I think that's pretty good. I don't think that is too badly priced, to be honest. I actually think that's decent, considering he has some of the best chemistry links in the game. There's not really many midfielders that actually link to CR7, really, in that league. Let's go look at my actual squad. We'll compare him to some of the players as well. Let's get Rabiot up. We're going to try and compare him to other destroyer midfielders. I don't think without 4-star, 4-star, even with good shooting, I'll put him as the creator. I always like to have in two defensive mid formations, like the 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, 3-5-2, one CDM who can attack, one who can defend really good. And like I say, I just think this Rabiot is more suited to the defender. Okay, we've got the Footbin working now. No, okay, it's working, but it's still slow. Rabiot, Goretzka, let's compare the two. Same skill moves, but Goretzka has the better weak foot. Goretzka's quicker. Similar shooting, but you'd rather have Rabiot's. Goretzka's passing's more rounded. Goretzka's better on the ball. Same defending, similar physical. Goretzka will be better. Just the weak foot alone, he'll feel a bit better on the ball. But honestly, not too dissimilar. Similar ability on the links, and Rabiot is a lot cheaper, although he is untradeable. What other destroyers have we got? Kessie. Kessie's a good one in that league. Obviously not going to get an upgrade either now. Bit of a shame, but because that Kessie, I used him. The 86 Kessie was really good. If he'd have been able to go further, he would have been an absolute animal. Okay, it's more expensive than I thought. An 84 rated squad is actually 117k. Okay, so he's probably going to cost 250 to 300k. I knew I'd end up saying something wrong about the card, but yeah, 250 to 300k for that card. Don't make him quite as desirable as I first thought. He's quicker than Kessie. Much better shooting. I say much better. Yeah, I mean the finishing's quite big. Similar passing. Quite a bit worse on the ball. Worse defending. Worse physical. Okay, Kessie's definitely better than, to be honest, even though he does have better weak foot as well, Kessie. So Kessie's better, but the problem is that Kessie doesn't have very good links. Kessie basically links to Theo Hernandez, and that's about it, really. Or Irish players, of course. I do know he's Ivory Coast, just before someone comments that. Rabiot, honestly, if he's coming at like 250, 300k, it looks like for the most part you are paying for his chemistry links. I think that's slightly overpriced. I would rather just get a card that is tradable and 100, 200k more, but better all round. Like I say though, like if we look in the actual league, let's go to Serie A midfielders. Oh no, we'll go to French Serie A. You've got that Ribery card, Theo Hernandez. I mean, I hope he didn't do Malcuit, but Theo Hernandez and Ribery themselves are fantastic cards. France. You can link to Mbappe. I'm not going to say icons because icons link to everyone anyway. Got Mbappe. I mean Benzema, Camavinga, Kante, the new Giroud, Varane, Ben Yedder, Griezmann. Like, there's a lot of good French players on this game, and obviously you can get a strong link if you do have a French player. Let's look at the Juve, see the best players there. I've gone past them. Oh no, the Piemonte Calcio, yeah. Obviously, we've got CR7, we've got the Dybala SBC, Freeze Chiellini, Kulusevski's popular Sandra. That Murat's not actually that bad now. He won't link to Chesney. Obviously, he's not a centre back. Yeah, there's some pretty good cards this Rabiot links to. If this Rabiot was 4-star, I would do him because I would easily just slot him in with like a Theo Hernandez or something. If he was 4-star, and 250, 300k, for me that'd be really good because 4-star drastically improves this card. 3-star, whilst it doesn't ruin the card as a defensive player, it does hold him back and hinder him. He's not an endgame player. He would need a bit more pace, a bit more ability on the ball to really be that. I don't think it's a bad value SBC. Don't think it's a great one either. If you run a Serie A team or he links to some of the untradables you've got, he's pretty good. But he is limited to a destroy because of his lack of ability on the ball. Whilst his agility and dribbling looks okay, being 6'4", it will hold him back and he will feel clunky. But he's got the good defending stats, he's good physical, he'll have the big body type. He's got all round good stats. He just lacks the skill moves and weak foot. Interesting card, a little bit different. Don't mind that one from here. What did they actually say the Moments card was for, by the way? Let's have a look at that. I don't think I actually looked at that. His individual wonder goal against Milan. Okay, fair enough. Don't remember that one. But yeah, interesting card. Not a bad SBC. Not a great one. What do you guys think? That's my thoughts on that one. Keep it spicy.